My name, of course, is Rainbow, as you can see. This is Beaux Videos. I'm doing a quick tutorial on R&D. So, for those people who've never seen the R&D settings or don't understand it, this tutorial will help you sort out what R&D is and how it basically works. I'm going to go over the basics for each level of it that you can see. And if there are any questions, you can hit me up either through my YouTube link or you can hit me up through Facebook where I have the video posted. And I'll be more than happy to answer any additional questions you have, or you can catch me in game. Okay, so when you reach level 10, you're going to get a mission that's going to take you to your mentor mission tier. So since Rainbow is a Wonder Woman mentored person, she would be sent to the Magic Wing, which this is, as you can see. And in the Magic Wing, she would have to go talk to the Phantom Stranger. I've already done this, so, I'm already well over level 30. Um, and then once you get to there, you will be given, hold on just a moment, you'll be given some plans. And once you accept those plans in your inventory, you go to the table. And in the R&D table, you'll see these plans. So the ones that you will get initially from the Phantom Stranger are ones for Aggressive Exabyte, Support Exabyte, Fortified Exabyte, which is blue, Vengeful Exabyte, Tenacious Exabyte, and Durable Exabyte. This extra one comes from Central City, and that's something that you have to buy, and you won't see that until you get to CR 53 and can go into Central City. So if you have the Central City episode or the DLC, then you'll be able to go down and buy the plan for it. That's an actual cash buy plan, not marks. And then you'll have that plan. But you get these 6 plans here, and then you also get a actual plan to make stuff, and that will be your Power Alpha. So you also get Power Alpha as a plan. Now, once you have these plans in your inventory as you see them, you're able to create them. So for instance, as you can see here where it says Aggressive Exabyte, since it's highlighted, it says that I have 31 Aggressive Exabytes in my inventory, and that allows me to make up to 3 of these by pressing the Create button, right? So if I was trying to do Fortifieds, as you can see, I only have 1 of 8 in my X. I only have 1, so I can't make any. It'll tell me that I can't create any. If I have any Fortifieds, which I have 12, it allows me to make 1 Fortified Exabyte, and so on and so on. With the Vengeful, Tenacious, and Durable, the purple, orange, and green, if you click on them, it tells you that you need to have 4 of each. So it says I can make up to 3 purples right now if I wanted to, or I don't have any yellow. I don't have enough yellows, so I can't make any of the orange, and I can make none of the green because I don't have enough yellow. But that's how that works. So now to get into your plans, as you play through the game and you complete missions and do adventures with your character, you'll get drops, and these will be plans. So I'm gonna see if I have any in my inventory real quick. I do not. So let me do it this way. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna buy some plans out of the broker so you can see what they look like when they drop. So let's see, price ascending. So we'll look for alpha first. So I'll go here, go to plans. Alright, and I'm just going to buy a plan so you can see what they look like. Because there's alphas, betas, 1s, 2s, and 1, and then once you get past the betas, it's 1 through 7. Although you have 5 experts and 6 experts, so there's like 8 different tiers. right now. So I'm just pulling these alphas and betas out because most people don't know what they look like. And when they drop, you need to be able to know what they look like. Okay, so if I go and I look at my inventory, after you've run an adventure, you can look in your inventory and you'll get plans that look like either this, right? I haven't researched this, so I don't have this plan, or this, which I already have. Okay, so you collect the plan by equipping the plan. So you equip items, so you have it highlighted, you press X. It'll say, do you want to have this? You go yes, and now you have the plan updated. So now you have that plan, which means you can make that item, it provided you have the stuff you need. Now let's go over here back to your table. Alright, so if I look at my plans, and I'm gonna skip the supplies for now. I'm going to come back to them in a minute because these are a little different. So remember I bought that beta plan. So I have restoration and precision, or restoration and might. One of those. So alright, so I have might power. It's an orange plan, and it tells me I need to have a tenacious exobit, which I don't have. So I'm going to use a different plan. So, alright, it says a might beta. Might's going to add, if I click on it and look, it's going to tell me that I can add 6 might to a red slot plan. What is a slot? Going back to your inventory and looking at your character, when you get to level 10, you'll start getting items where you'll see, a red socket, or and the red sockets for damage level characters are going to be your back, your hands, your waist, your feet, and your rings. Right? For damage level characters, your you're going to have yellow sockets on your head and your shoulders, right? And then you're also going to have purple or blue sockets for your chest and your legs. And each of these, when you add them, will add an affinity bonus that activates the actual ability bonus in your character. So you can see where it's green, where it says that's because it's activated because I have a socket. Okay. So if I'm going to make an item, I'm going to first need to create an exobyte. So I'm going to create an aggressive exobyte. There, I just hit square. I've created 1 exobyte. So if I look in my inventory, there's going to be a red exobyte right here, and it's going to look like this. Now, to get exobytes, you have to get exobits. Exobits look like this in your inventory. Alright, they're going to be solo, single things. So they're going to look like this. Okay, so these are aggressive exobits. These are support exobits. These are fortified exobits. So you know what they are. So we've created 1 exobyte in our inventory, and that's to make the might beta. So now if I look at the plan for might beta again, and I have to go through this again, but that's okay. So if I look at the plan for might beta, or might alpha, excuse me, might alpha, it says that I have to have 1 aggressive exobyte, which I have, but also an equipment interface alpha. So if I go to the second vendor, not this one, the first vendor will always be selling you plans. The second vendor is where you get your equipment. As you can see, it's going to be helpful. And you look, and you can see the different types of equipment interfaces. And there's a bunch of them. we're making an alpha, so we need an equipment interface alpha. That's going to take cache out of your inventory. No marks, just cache. And you can have up to 24 of them stacked in your inventory. So if you keep making mods, you can just make them. But we're only going to buy one for 70 bucks. And then we're going to go back to the table. And we're going to go back and look back at this Might Alpha plan. So give me just a moment here. Okay, so Might Alpha. We click on Might Alpha. Now we have everything we need to create it, right? And it's going to say create this item. Once we do, it's going to make a Might bit that's going to add 3 Might to my established stat for whatever piece I put that in. So if I create that, it's really simple. So now if I go to my inventory, that Might exobit that Might exobyte that we had will now be a Might Alpha red mod. And you can see that it adds 3 Might and grants vicinity bonus is placed in a red socket. So if I go to my inventory and I were to add this red socketed one to any of these red slots, it would activate the affinity bonus. So in this case, if I put a red mod in here, it would give me, plus 3 Might instead of 121 for the 7 I have. But it would also activate the affinity bonus on the adhesive equipment, whatever that is. In this case, it would be 136 additional power to my stats. Or on this, it would be another 61 Might. On these, 62 precision or 136 power. On your rings, it might be additional precision. So if I were to add that, that's what that would do. But that would also, when you have a mod in a piece of equipment already, any mod you put over it will overwrite the one you have. So if you have a bigger mod already in it, you don't want to do that. But that's how you create mods in your system, creating mods using the R&D table. The other plans that you saw in my inventory are for supplies. And the supplies do different things. So there's sodas and then there's items, right? So for instance, the soda plans, when you have them in your inventory, will allow you to create buff sodas that will give you additional bonuses to your existing stat. So for instance, since I'm using damage, if I were to make an aggressive soda, a nitro soda, whether it be nitro or flex, nitro adds to your might, and it will add to your might a max bonus of 66 might additional over what you already have for 30 minutes. So each soda that you drink will be 30 minutes. They don't stack, so you just drink one and you're good for 30 minutes. It'll add that bonus for 30 minutes. The sodas are pretty easy because all you have to do is have a soda at level 1 at supply 1. You only have to have the soda and you have to have your soda cola extremes, your level 30 sodas, and you can create these buff sodas. You can make as many as you want. They basically, for every single exabyte that you use, you can make 6 sodas. So that actually spreads out a lot. The other plans in here are different plans that you get when you're running content. So if you're running an adventure, you get a plan and you accept it. So like for instance, the napalm atomizer will require other materials to create them. So in this case, you need simple material, which you get by salvaging old gear. So you have gear that you get as drops that are level 30 or better. You can salvage that gear and it'll give you simple material, complex material, and the focusing elements for the level of gear that it is. So you can get focusing element 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, and 7s by by salvaging different types of gear. So you don't have to sell it back, you can salvage it and it actually gives you something. Um, so in any case, you need to have catalyst type, you have to have catalyst for the various different levels of gear that you're using. So in this case, catalyst type 1, I would have to have a catalyst type 1 and mutagene focusing solutions. Now I don't have any of this stuff in my inventory, active inventory, so it's showing me that I can't create any at this time. But for the catalyst, for the catalyst types, you have to actually go to the vendor, to the supply vendor and the R&D vendor, and actually buy them. And as you can see, they cost a substantial amount of cash and a mark of victory. So you always will be spending marks of victory when you're making items. So you want to be careful and make sure that you buy what you need and not over purchase, especially if you're gearing up. So in my case, I would have a napalm atomizer, and I would have to buy a catalyst type 1 and have mutagene focusing solutions. So I'm going to buy one so you can see what it looks like in your inventory. So I bought one, and if I look at my inventory right next to this, you'll see that I have a catalyst type 1 here. So I'm going to go to my inventory, to my bank inventory, because I keep stuff on stock. Because as you beat up ads when you're running content, you'll see, as you can see, I have a mutagen fusing solution here in my inventory. Actually, I have some more of it somewhere. So, perfect. Now, if I go back to the table, you can look and see that I have one catalyst type 1 and one metagene fusing solution as as per the plan. So now if I go to the plan and I go to supplies and I go to napalm atomizer, when you can make the plan, by the way, you'll notice that everything is grayed out until you can make the plan, and then the things that you can make will light up. And as you can tell, each of these plans has a different set of things that you need to have in order to create them. So I'm going to create this napalm atomizer. And what it says here is once I hit this button and create it, it's going to create 16 of them. And what this does is it inflicts burning on enemies to cause damage over time. So for me, since I'm a fire-based character and I have a mechanic that activates off of fire after burning over time, I can throw that at somebody and not have to use a power to activate the burn before I can use my other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and create this. And as you can see, I've created one. So now if I go to my inventory, right next to where the other two items are, they're both gone. And in its place, you can see I have 16 napalm atomizer ones. They're consumable, so I can actually sell them in the broker if I wanted to. And I have that, which I can also sell in the broker if I wanted to. But that's how you use your table to create plans. And each plan is different, so you have to kind of read what they do and make sure that you have the items necessary. And each plan has a different set of requirements. So if there's any questions that you have off this basic tutorial, don't hesitate to let me know. Look me up in game. I'm Rainbeaux, RAINBEAUX. And you can add me to your friends list and you can send me tells. Or you can shoot me tell through the YouTube link and I'll answer questions there as well. Hopefully this will get you further along in where you need to go, and if not, don't hesitate to ask questions. Take it easy and bye-bye.